Hey guys, it's Lori Ribbon here, and I am going to be doing video blogging through my healing journey. And some of you know this is one of my tools, can heal your life. I have other tools that I'm using, my bag of oils. I really don't know how I would be able to be doing this without the different tools that have come into my life to help me move forward. For those of you who don't know, I have as all of us do. There are different traumas that have basically fixated themselves at the cellular level in our bodies, and there are things we can do to release those. By doing that, we allow ourselves to set new patterns and new behaviors in our life. We can recognize where we're putting up roadblocks for ourselves that we might not even realize. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with, is going back and peeling back layers and um, recognizing where I've been um, holding myself back. So today's a big day. I'm going to be going and meeting with a group. It's called the Sophia Group with my oil lady, Pat Halverson. Yay, holla, Pat. And I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to spend time with a bunch of women who want to heal their lives and um, change their situation to a better situation. And I know there's a lot of people who follow me on Facebook and know me in person who I've spoken with, and we're all kind of in the same boat. We kind of don't really know how to change those things that we don't like in our lives, and we just end up frustrated and hopeless because we think that nothing's ever going to change and all this sort of thing. These are patterns that I'm facing right now that need to uh, be addressed. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these video blogs. And today, basically, I kind of just want to give um, a general rundown of my own situation. Um, Basically, a couple decades ago, I was in so much pain in my body that I began to seek alternative options to the medical world, where antidepressants and painkillers and that sort of thing were the protocol. And unless you have a lot of money to go to counseling and to upkeep on your medication, um, that really wasn't the choice for me. So I began to look into other things, looking to making different choices in my life. Dietary, which, by the way, I really couldn't do by myself. I was addicted to sugar and fast food and all that kind of stuff. And now, a couple decades later, my diet is completely overturned, and I eat basically organic, raw, whole foods that are alive. And as of a couple weeks ago, I stopped eating any animal products. So I'm looking forward to the benefits of making those choices. One of the benefits being able to lose poundage that I couldn't lose no matter what I did, even with 2 years of Zumba. Although I will say that Zumba is not only fun, but it definitely tones your body, gives you that energy that you are usually lacking when you're not doing some kind of energy exercise in your life. Like I said at the beginning of my journey, I just started with walking. I would walk around this lake and walk and walk and walk and think and pray and um, put my mind on things that were more positive in my life. And at the time, I was a mom and dealing with all the demands that calls for, and just making one choice at a time. So it started with seeking out different ways of dealing with my pain. So it started with a chiropractor who helped me to begin my journey thank you, Joe Barrick in Arlington Heights, for all the good that you did to me, and the way that you helped me to recognize some of the things that were not in my best interest. So we moved from the Wheeling, Northbrook area, which is where I had spent a lot of time. Before that, I grew up in Des Plaines, outside of O'Hare, and so I'm kind of a Chicago suburbs girl. And anyways, I live out in the sticks now at the state line, over by Beloit area, and I love it out here. I love the country. I love the calmness compared to the Chicago area anyways. And so I've made some rounds through different chiropractors who I all love and appreciate. They were able to help me just take the next step and continue to move forward. Currently, I'm working with Dr. Vince Hope in Poplar Grove, and he not only does chiropractic, but he does muscle testing and working with nutrition to help strengthen the body so that it can do what it was made to do, which is heal itself and send messages to us of what further things we can do to move forward and heal our bodies. So Pat and Dr. Vince and my husband and my daughter are big factors in my healing. The Louise Hay book, the Young Living essential oils, those are all things that have created forward movement in my healing. So I want to share those things, and I want to share this journey. Currently, I'm at a point where I'm really vulnerable, really emotional, really tuned in to where I'm at and what I need to do. And even though I have moments of yikes, it feels like this is not going where I want it to go, and it seems like it's getting worse instead of better. I know from 20 years of working with chiropractic that sometimes you have to move through the pain. You have to face it down, and you have to address whatever is the cause and the root. I'm done with putting band-aids on symptoms. I don't know about you, but that's where I'm at. I want to get to the root cause. I want to heal those things. I want to pull out the roots that are not serving me, and I want to clean house. I want my garden to be beautiful and tended. So although my outdoor garden is a reflection of how I feel my life has been, it's out of control. It's got beauty and ugly all growing together, and I really am looking forward to the way that things are gonna be improving, because I know that they have been. I know that they will continue to, and I just want to thank the people in my life who love me and send the love to me and pray for me and encourage me and believe in me and affirm and validate me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I, above all, want to thank God. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a total Jesus freak, and I love Jesus. And I do my best to let other people's journeys be theirs, let their spiritual lives be theirs. So if you didn't know I'm a Jesus freak, well, there it is. I'm totally a Jesus freak. I love Jesus. I love my Bible. And even though I get mad and I really don't like reading through the New Testament, it really gets me aggravated, and I'm making peace with the things in my life that have been a struggle. So anyways, you will hear me using Bible verses and things that relate to my spiritual life, because I believe that that's where my answers are. I believe that's where my the new patterns are being made, through the power of God working in my life and the wisdom of God coming to me and helping me to deal with all the things that I'm facing, which are big things. I survived a house fire. Me and my sisters and my brother, um, we were saved by my grandma and off-duty fireman that was down the street. My parents had been out, and the person caring for us had left, at the usual time, thinking my mom would be home, and a half hour later, my mom came home to the fire trucks and all this sort of thing. And my grandma and grandpa had a in-law apartment downstairs, and my grandma came and got us out. It was a nighttime fire, and it started because of the wires of our refrigerators. So clean your refrigerators and vacuum them and do the maintenance you need to do on weird things that you wouldn't even think, your dryer and different things like that. And don't leave candles lit, and don't smoke in bed, and whatever the other obvious things are. Um, but that was one of the things. I was in seventh grade at the time, and I feel like our family really didn't know how to recover from something like that. We just kind of kept just doing the next thing and going, doing the, what do you call it? Just surviving. It happened and we're okay, so let's keep going. And didn't really realize how having a traumatic um, situation, how it affects children, how it affects parents. And I can't speak for the rest of my family, but I know that I had to and have to deal with the loss. Things behind me, the hoarding, the holding on to things that I don't need, I believe was directly related to losing almost just about everything in that house fire. And um, I think it was before that we had an unfortunate experience out on Lake Michigan where, yeah, we could have definitely been one of those lost at sea, as they say. And, I have different things like that were life threatening. Car accidents that could have been life threatening, where I can't explain it except that I believe an angel took my car and bumped it up over the curb, and I was okay. And and it could have been much worse. Traveling from Las Vegas to San Diego, going over whatever that pass is, twice, was life. Was reminding me that life is precious and that prayers matter. And man, I need to pray all the time. So, also, there is sexual abuse in my history. Um, a trusted family friend betrayed us, and um, there, dealings with that led to being very imbalanced in my teenage years and not knowing how to move through adolescence and boyfriends and all that kind of thing. And I was the high school slutty girl because people talked about me that way, and I fulfilled their words eventually, even though at first it wasn't the truth. But over time, I just really lost control of my life with drugs and sex and rock and roll and all that kind of stuff, and just continued to skid out of control until sometime in my early 20s when my mom baited the hook with, hey, Laura, want to go see some bands at a Christian thing? And I was like, okay. So she promised we could leave if I didn't like it. So I actually liked it. I liked the music. I liked the fact that people loved God, and I wanted to love God and know more about all of that, but I just didn't know. So that's a whole nother story of how that all happened and how I came to know God and Jesus in my life. And um, anyways, so that's the short version of it. And so I'm going back. I'm going back to even when I was a little tiny girl, and I felt unwanted and unloved, even though my parents did love me and cared for me, and um, they did all the things that they knew to do. And um, but when you're a little person and you don't know how to figure things out yourself, and you don't know how to communicate, and you're really, really super sensitive, and you're one of those kids that cries all the time, and that's me, just really sensitive. Um, just a lot of patterns got set over my life and over my childhood that did not serve me. And I'm learning, even at 51 years old, that I can have a better situation, that I can take responsibility for my life, and I can make choices, make new choices. I can uh, bring up those old things and recognize them for what they are, and allow peace and change to come into my life, and have a new experience. So I believe that the latter years will be better than the former years, and my middle years, if they are my middle years, have been great. I have loved being able to raise my children with the love of God and with forgiveness and the higher way. And I am grateful that I wasn't the mess that I was before Jesus as I raised my kids, even though there was a lot of things that could have been done different and better. And but I don't hold those things against myself. I have lovingly and willingly accepted myself and forgave myself and asked for forgiveness and made amends with the people in my life that I know to make amends with. And um, anyways, I'm gonna put it to a close for right there. I would love to hear your comments and what aspects of my healing journey you would like to hear about. This isn't going to be about bringing up gruesome, gory details. It's not going to be a drama fest. It's just going to be sharing how I'm able to move through these things, and ask for your support and offer my support to you, to, like I said, share the things that work um, for me, so that maybe you can pick up things that will work for you. None of the things that I say in my talks are meant to be your answers. I expect you, and I separate myself from being your answer. I'm not your answer. God has your answer. You carry your answer within yourself, and that is up to you to start seeking um, what that is for you. So I look forward to how this is all going to work out. This isn't the first time I've started off on this journey of video blogging and sharing my story. So hopefully it will be more consistent, and uh, I'll be able to give you um, more of me, more of the best of me. So thank you to, thank you. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing your comments on my video and my other videos that I will be making. So have a great day. Peace out. So much love. I love that one. And I'm off to do my thing. So that's it for now. Peace, people.